Hello Aqua friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am starting a new series called Fast and Fun that I will be releasing in addition to my full-length videos that I do every week. Let me know what you think of this idea in the comments below. These are paintings that I'm doing in real time. I have not fast-forwarded my videos, and they'll take you 10 to 15 minutes of painting time. So we are starting off with a wet on wet watercolor technique, and I am using Holbein watercolors. This color is ultramarine blue that I'm using. And you see, after wetting my paper, I am tapping in these colors, but I am leaving some white of the paper for clouds. I love painting watercolor beaches. They're so much fun. This watercolor tutorial is definitely geared towards beginners. This one is super easy. This watercolor beach scene is super cute. There is a shadow of a palm tree on the sand. So notice I have just painted the sky so far, wet on wet. So when I wet my paper, I am just wetting the top half. If you guys are getting value out of this video and you like my artwork, please think about subscribing and hitting the notification button so that you don't miss any of the videos. I post every Tuesday. Now there's an area at the very top I felt was drawing the eye out of the frame, so I added a little bit more color there. We're going to let our paper dry, and we are going to repeat the wet on wet watercolor technique by wetting the sea. Get your paper good and wet, and the first thing that I am laying down is the Holbein watercolor Viridian. It is a beautiful turquoise color. Another good watercolor tip is to use the same colors that you have used in the sky in the water as well. It just helps to connect the two areas together so that it looks more natural. So instead of using white for the foam part of the ocean, I am just teasing out that line of pure water to make the edges fuzzy, trying to get my horizon nice and crisp. And I'm using the ultramarine now and adding that to the Viridian color. Another good watercolor tip is that when you are trying to get a good line and have a steady hand, is make sure that you use the palm of your hand and just kind of slide it across the paper so that you always have contact with the paper. That does help. Now wetting where the sand is going to go, I am using a wet on dry watercolor technique, and the color is very faint because as you see in the photo, the sand is almost white. And to add some shimmer, I am using Holbein Watercolor Gold and with a tiny bit of quinacridone red. Kind of gives me a very, very pretty, sparkly sand color. Getting in some darker areas, but everything is still very, very light on the beach. I didn't include the seaweed. I wanted it to be spotless. Now for the shadow, I used Holbein Watercolor Mineral Purple and a little bit of the ultramarine blue. And I did have a very light reference drawing, so I'm just following that with my round Princeton brush. I am just lightly drawing in all these fronds. So you see, this is super, super fast. Like I said, I did not speed this up whatsoever. I am using a little bit of watercolor opaque white and adding in a little bit of extra foam onto the green area. What do you guys think about using watercolor white? Are you a very traditional watercolorist where you believe that you should just use the white of the paper, or do you welcome all these different types of techniques and the opaque paints as a shortcut? In hindsight, you could also try to lift up some of that color instead of using the opaque white. So I just signed my name, and that is it. It is just very simple, very beginner's level watercolor painting, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you want me to do more mini paintings like this, and I will see you next week.